report finds out that this year, 2024, global energy investments, fossil fuels, clean energy, everything put together, for the first time exceeds $3 trillion US. $3 trillion US. And the ratio I mentioned to you, the fossil fuels versus the clean energy, this year takes an important shape. Namely, out of this $3 trillion of the entire energy sector investments, $1 trillion goes to fossil fuels, coal, oil and gas, and about $2 trillion go to clean energy. This is something important, 1 to 2 ratio, which changed a lot in the last few years. Now, this is, I think, something very important to see the direction of travel as far as energy investments are concerned. But there is also one number in the report that I had the opportunity to read recently, that my colleagues Tim Gould, Cecilia Tam, and the entire IEA team worked out, that the amount of investments this year going to renewable electricity and grids put together, renewable electricity and grids put together, are higher than all fossil fuel investments, coal, oil, and gas. So this again shows the strong momentum renewables, electricity, and the others have in terms of attracting investments. So this, of course, attracting investment is good, but one of the, I think, the beauties of this report is it shows which country, how much investment for which part of the energy sector. And when I look at the attracting clean energy investments, I see, in my view, rather a worrying trend. Namely, of this $2 trillion of clean energy investment, global clean energy investment, $2 trillion, 85% of it goes to a handful of countries, namely advanced economies plus China. And the rest, the 15% of the clean energy investments, are taking place in emerging and developing countries where more than 2/3 of the population lives. So I think this is, in my view, this is the biggest fault line of reaching a clean and secure energy world. And this is an area I think international community needs to pay attention to. Dear colleagues, there are two specific energy technologies that I want to highlight some facts. One of them is solar, the other one is nuclear power. Solar, when we look at the solar investments, and of course deployment as well, we see that the solar is transforming the electricity sector around the world, south, north, and everywhere. And this year we expect the investments going to solar generation exceeds $500 billion US dollars, and this is the first time in the history. And the amount of investments going to solar electricity generation is higher than all other electricity generation options. Namely, solar investments are higher than coal plus gas plus wind plus hydro plus everything put together, solar is much bigger. So as I said, it is transforming the electricity sector, and more to come here. The other option, the other fuel I want to mention to you is nuclear power. We see after so many years a renewed momentum in nuclear investments, as IEA has rightly anticipated a few years ago. This year we expect nuclear investments to grow about 20%, 20%, both in terms of the investments in lifetime extension of the existing nuclear power plants, but also for new builds in Europe, US, China, Korea, and elsewhere. The driver, a key driver of the strong growth in the clean energy investments is, in my view, is the industrial policy. Many countries, many governments, I wouldn't say all, but many governments around the world saw or read the game that the next chapter of the manufacturing, the industry sector, lies in clean energy manufacturing. And this gives a boost to government policies in terms of subsidies, incentives, regulations, and others. And here we see China is leading the game. The report coming from my colleagues, I would really suggest anybody who wants to understand the investment and the finance of energy sector to have a look at it. That report shows that China alone accounts about 1/3 of global clean energy investments, about $675 billion US, by far the biggest contributor, followed by Europe and United States. And when I look at China, I see that there are 3 new industries that are leading the investment momentum there. The first one is solar. The second one is the lithium batteries, and the third one is electric vehicle manufacturing. So these are the 3 drivers in terms of China's push. Dear colleagues, we also see that the investment in fossil fuel supply is growing. Our numbers show that this year we expect about a 7% growth in the oil and gas investments, mainly coming from the national oil companies in Middle East and in Asia. And this is, as my colleague Mr. Gould will tell you, this trend is very much in line with the oil and gas demand trends we see in the next years to come with the current policy setting. Having said that, I also wanted to raise the issue that when we look at the current oil and gas markets, namely in terms of oil markets, about 6 million barrels per day of spare production capacity, and more to come. Second, slowing down of the oil demand growth, as we have said several times in our oil market report and other publications. And third, looking at the huge amount of LNG coming to market, as we have already highlighted in our recent World Energy Outlook, so that the markets are turning to slowly but surely to buyer's market. Looking at this, at least these three elements, I think the investors in oil and gas sector may need to think twice, even with the current policy setting, leave aside a world which takes steps to cope with our climate challenge. Talking about the oil and gas industry, maybe another interesting number we have in our report, namely, recently we heard a lot that, and I was very happy to hear that at different occasions, including the last one being the COP28, the successful COP28 in Dubai, that the oil and gas industry, they are keen to be part of the solution when we address our climate change challenge. I was very happy to hear that, and I did ask my colleagues, can we please, dear Tim, dear Cecilia and colleagues, look at why we have this strong and good responsible claims from oil and gas industry that they want to be part of the solution, which we do welcome, but how these claims, statements compare with their investment composition of investment, how much money goes to clean energy and how much investments, the capital goes to their traditional operations. Unfortunately, the result of their analysis show that today only 4% of the capital spending goes to clean energy and 96% goes to their traditional operations.